Hello everyone, my name is Becca and welcome to Yellow Cat Studios. I am working on an outfit to go with this crown. It is the Moon Tarot crown from Sweet Vea, and I'm hopefully going to be wearing this to a ball in a couple of months. So today I'm gonna work on a little underbust corset belt. For this, I'm gonna be using this little corset belt thing as a template. I am not going to be doing the lacing in the front, it will be in the back, but I like the shape of this and the size of this. So that's going to be my template. The corset's going to be this navy blue fabric, and I've got some star patches, some silver and blue, you can't see that color, rhinestones, lining fabric, and interfacing to give it some structure. This blue fabric was a thrifted dress that I used the outer fabric on for a previous project. I did not like the lighting in that other angle, so I don't actually have enough of this fabric to do the outer and lining layers, so I'm just going to cut this into a more flat shape. I don't love that I'm going to have these seams on it, but I can't really cut it any other way to get rid of those. So we're just gonna have to make it work. They will pretty much just be on the back of the corset belt, so it should realistically be fine. Like I said, I'm not doing the lacing in the front, so I'm just going to cut this as one piece. I will be doing the lacing in the back. Okay, so I really should have cut this on folds, so I'm just gonna do that now. And hopefully it'll be relatively even. So there is one piece done. I think that turned out pretty good. So I'm going to use this to cut out my lining and interfacing. Okay, so I ended up cutting 2 layers of the interfacing, not intentionally, but I am still going to use both. I'm sewing my outer fabric to the interfacing. Now normally when I do projects, I sew things right sides together so that all my raw edges are on the inside. However, with this one, I want those edges to lay nice and flat. So I have sewn my outer fabric to my interfacing. Just this is the right side. And then the lining is gonna be sewn on this side. And I'm gonna trim down my excess because I did leave quite a bit. Because I cut it quite big. And then I'm going to use bias tape to finish the edge so that it's not so bulky. And the reason I haven't sewn my lining fabric to it yet is because I'm not sure if these are going to stay very well with just ironing them on. They are supposed to be iron-on patches. I usually sew on my patches no matter what. I'm going to try it with the iron first and see if they stay. If not, I want to be able to sew them on and have all of that stitching on the inside. I did also cut it quite a bit too big. I usually like to give myself a lot of wiggle room, but what I'm gonna do is figure out which side I want to be the top, whichever side kind of looks a bit nicer. And I'm going to just sew another stitch a little bit higher up. And I'm also going to have the bottom edge come up more along the side, just so that it doesn't bunch weird at the sides when I lace it up. Okay, so these patches feel like they're staying on pretty good. So I'm gonna work on putting the rhinestones on there. So my bigger blue ones, I'm gonna put in the middle of these stars to copy the stars on the crown. And then the smaller, like silver ones, I'm gonna put just in between. So I'm gonna attempt to use my high-tack craft glue and hope that works. If not, I guess super glue. So I have my stars and rhinestones on. I am gonna have to do some glue on some of the star patches, I think, because this one is starting to come off. But I trimmed away my excess fabric and I sewed the lining on, and I have actually made another adjustment here to make the bottom edge taper more. I'm hoping that this gets rid of the bunching that was happening in this side area here. So I'm just gonna trim away this excess fabric. And then I have to prep the sides for the grommets. For the grommets for the lacing, I am planning on folding over this edge about an inch, and then doing the holes through all of those layers just to give that edge a lot more stability for the grommets. So my bias tape finally came in, so that is my last step to finishing this little corset belt. This is a single fold bias tape, so it's only folded on the edges, so I have to fold it over myself, which is a little bit annoying, but it's the only gold one I could find, so here we go. So this is the finished corset belt with the dress. Unfortunately, the ball that I was going to wear this to got canceled. So I'm not going to do like a full final look because there was still a few things I wanted to make. But for now, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you in the next one.